What if Jack survived in Titanic? Or Iron Man lived in Endgame? Imagine these iconic movie endings taking a completely different turn. Picture the Titanic's final moments, but instead of slipping into the icy depths, Jack spots a floating piece of debris just in time. Or envision Tony Stark, his fingers poised to snap. But then, these aren't just wild fan theories. They're alternate endings that almost happened. What if filmmakers had chosen these paths? How would cinema history be different? Would Titanic still be the epic love story we know? Would the Marvel Universe look completely different? Let's explore 5 shocking alternate endings that could have changed everything. These twists will make you see your favorite movies in a whole new light. Ready to have your mind blown? Let's dive into the world of what-ifs that almost made it to the big screen. Now, let's set sail on a journey that could have changed cinema forever. What if Titanic's heart didn't go on? Because it never stopped beating in the first place. This mind-bending twist might just make you question everything you thought you knew about one of Hollywood's greatest love stories. Picture this: the frigid Atlantic waters, the haunting sound of the ship breaking apart, and Jack and Rose clinging to each other as the Titanic makes its final plunge. But wait, in this alternate reality, Jack's keen eye spots something floating nearby. A piece of debris just large enough for two. With a burst of adrenaline, he pulls Rose toward it, and they both climb aboard. As the sun rises on the horizon, we see Jack and Rose, huddled together but very much alive, being rescued by the Carpathia. The iconic "I'll never let go" scene transforms into a moment of triumph rather than tragedy. Rose doesn't have to let go because Jack is right there beside her. Imagine how this twist would ripple through the rest of the story. No longer a tale of star-crossed lovers torn apart by fate, Titanic becomes a story of love conquering all, even the infamous, unsinkable ship. Rose doesn't live out her days carrying the weight of a lost love. Instead, we might see Jack and Rose building a life together, facing the challenges of their different social classes head-on. The Avengers assemble one last time, but this time, victory doesn't demand the ultimate price. What if there was a way to save the universe without losing Earth's best defender? This mind-bending alternate ending could have changed everything we thought we knew about the Infinity Saga. Picture this: the final battle against Thanos rages on. The fate of the universe hangs in the balance. But instead of Tony Stark making the ultimate sacrifice, the Avengers find another way. Maybe it's a last-minute discovery of a weakness in Thanos' armor, or a forgotten Infinity Stone power that turns the tide. Whatever the cause, Iron Man survives to see another day. Now imagine the ripple effects. Tony Stark, alive and well, continuing to shape the Marvel Cinematic Universe. No heartbreaking funeral scene, no orphaned Morgan, no guilt-ridden Peter Parker. Instead, we might have seen Iron Man mentoring the next generation of heroes, maybe even suiting up for another adventure or two. While some heroes make the ultimate sacrifice, others might choose a different path. Remember the tear-jerking farewell between Elliott and E.T.? Now erase that from your mind. What if E.T. never boarded that spaceship? What if, instead, he became a permanent part of Elliott's family? Imagine the iconic scene where E.T.'s finger lights up pointing to the sky as he says, "E.T., phone home." But in this twist, he suddenly lowers his glowing digit and declares, "E.T., stay home." The spaceship takes off without him, leaving behind a very confused but elated Elliott. Fast forward a few years and we see E.T. trying to blend in at Elliott's high school, wearing an oversized hoodie and somehow managing to join the basketball team. Picture the comedic gold of E.T. attempting to use a locker or struggling through algebra class. But beyond the laughs, this alternate ending would have completely transformed the movie's message. From alien visitors to Hobbit adventures, some stories seem destined for happy endings. But what if Tolkien had embraced his darker side? Picture Frodo at Mount Doom, the One Ring glinting in the firelight. He extends his hand, ready to drop it, and then pulls back. "My precious," he whispers, and Middle-earth trembles. In this mind-bending twist, Frodo succumbs to the ring's corrupting power. The hobbit who carried the fate of Middle-earth on his shoulders now becomes its greatest threat. Imagine the shock on Sam's face as his best friend turns against him, eyes gleaming with newfound malice. The volcano's heat pales in comparison to the fire of betrayal. Picture a map of Middle-earth slowly being consumed by shadow. Gondor falls first, its white walls crumbling under the assault of a ringwraith-led Frodo. The Shire, once a haven of innocence, becomes a nightmarish landscape of fear and oppression. While Tolkien's world narrowly escaped a dark fate, another beloved kingdom wasn't so lucky. In a shocking twist, the circle of life becomes a spiral of despair. Simba's roar of triumph turns to a whimper of defeat, and the Pride lands wither under Scar's tyrannical rule. Picture this. The final battle atop Pride Rock takes an unexpected turn. As Simba and Scar clash amidst the flames, it's not the usurper who plummets to his doom. Instead, Scar's claws find their mark, and Simba falls. The rightful heir's body disappears into the inferno below, leaving Scar to proclaim his victory to the horrified Pride. The once lush savanna transforms into a barren wasteland. Hyenas roam freely, their cackling laughter a constant reminder of the new order. Scar, his mane unkempt and eyes gleaming with madness, rules from atop a Pride Rock shrouded in perpetual shadow. And there you have it, folks. 5 mind-blowing alternate endings that could have changed everything. Imagine a world where Jack and Rose grow old together. Tony Stark lives to see another day. E.T. becomes a high school student. Frodo turns to the dark side, and Scar rules the Pride lands. These twists would have sent shockwaves through cinema history.